Welcome to Three Things using Autodraw. In this project, we're going to get three images and put them together and then figure out what the title should be. It can be linking them together in a way, it could be a sentence, it could just be a few words. Here's another one. We've got a football helmet, a candle, and a moon. We got late night football or moonball. Here's a visual breakdown. You need one title and you need three pictures. You can have more than one title and you can have more than three pictures. For this project, autodraw.com is where we're heading, and we're going to hit the Autodraw button to start. So this thing will predict what you want based on what you kind of scribble down. So you can see I have a really rough drawing, putting two circles, putting a crossbar, and then making a really rough bicycle shape. That's what I'm hoping to get. When you look at the top, it has a bunch of suggestions, and look at that, it got bikes. There's three different bikes to choose from. And what I'll do is I'm just going to take this and move it to the side using the select button. Now I'm thinking of changing the color for the next piece that I do. So I'm just going to grab red, go back to the auto draw button, and I'm just going to scribble something. I didn't even have anything in mind. I'm just interested to see what is in store if I do a bit of a scribble. And so I'm looking at the top here. I'm seeing pants, I'm seeing weights, I'm seeing a boxer. Here's a trumpet. Here's three different trumpets to choose from, and I kind of like this. These are two very different things, but they do have some similarities, and I'm interested in maybe figuring out what that is. When I use the select button, we get this blue transformation box around, so you can flip, you can rotate, you can move things anywhere around, and you can scale things up and down. And so I'm going to put this trumpet sitting on the seat, grabbing the handlebar, and just making a really strange picture to begin with. Let's get a third thing. What I'm thinking is now I'm seeing this bike, maybe it's rolling on the street, so I'm going to draw a terrible car here, starting off with two wheels just like I did with the bike, but now I'm putting a bit of a body on it. And then when I let go, look at that. It's got a bunch of cars. We've got police cars, we've got regular kind of generic cars, and I think this looks good. I'm going to grab the select button, and I'd like to change the color. I have black, I have red. Let's do something else. I'm going to go to the color picker. I'm going to grab purple. If I've got the whole thing selected, then it will change the outline. So that's good to know. And now what I'm thinking is I'd like to move this back. I'd like to move it back in the space. So I want the car behind the bike. So how do I do that? Well, if you don't know how to move things forward and back, you can go up to the top and go how to, or you can go shortcuts. Shortcuts, I'm looking at copy and paste, send to the back. This is what I want. I want to send that car to the back so it's behind the bike. So I've got a bracket key. I'm going to get rid of that. And now I'm just going to hit the bracket key and boom, look at that. It moves right behind the bike. Now the trumpet's on top, the bike is next, and the car is last. I want to color in this car now because I want to make it a little more solid. So I'm going to find, I like the purple outline. Maybe I'll have a pink on the inside. Yeah, now it stands out a bit. Even though it's behind, it's got more of a solid feel to it. And I want to color this trumpet too. Whoops. You can, one thing that it does is color inside of areas if you use the bucket like that. And so if you click outside, it will just fill the entire space. Now that I have the three things that I want, I'm going to use the select tool and I'm going to grab all of them and make sure the composition is looking good. I can move individual objects. I can also move everything by selecting. Now I'm thinking about making my titles. This could be like music in the streets or dancing in the streets. Could be city music, city rhythm maybe. And so I'm using the text tool. I'm clicking down a box and I'm just typing away. So music in the streets sounds good. With the text, you can apply different typefaces. They have quite a few. And you can also make the words bigger by stretching them out or by using the type tool. Now I'm thinking that this would be cool if it had a kind of a drop shadow and make the words look interesting. So I'm going to copy and paste. So Control C, Control V, and then I'm going to change this color to something that is going to stand out. I want some high contrast. So this purple and brown isn't working. Purple and black is okay, but the purple is maybe a little bit too dark. So I'm going to keep the black and I'm going to make the back color much lighter. There we go. We're getting some better contrast with the orange. And now I think we're done. So let's click in the top left and we'll hit download. That's going to head it straight to your downloads folder, and make sure and open it before you submit, just to make sure that everything's looking good. And good luck on your project.